Hey guys, welcome to Bike Sports. We're going to discuss the situation of Ken Roczen today. What happened to him lately? He's now a top 15 guy. Sometimes he makes it in the top 10, but on average, fighting for the top 10s. This is like not the Ken Roczen of the previous years. What happened? A lot of people are discussing if he's going to retire after this year, maybe switching to KTM, switching brands, or I don't know. And some people like Stewie said that his like suspension is not working properly, but this cannot be the issue for a top 15 guy. That Ken Roczen is a top 15 guy now, because he was like always competing for the championship the last few years, so it's something else going on. Some people saying health issues, but I don't know. Normally, when he has health issues, he's always making a statement. I mean, it's a bit afterwards, but now we're like 8 rounds in, so it's like 8 weeks, and he hasn't doesn't make even one statement at all so far. He's like after his What Moto Life appearance in the video where he said that he has doesn't have to do it anymore. He's only making it for fun, not for the money anymore. Since then, you haven't seen him anywhere anymore. Like no interviews, no Facebook post, no Instagram, nothing. He doesn't even let the people know what's going on with him. So here are my thoughts. I think it's like a mental issue for him this year, because if you look back the previous years, he was always starting in the having hole shots or like top 3 in the beginning of the races, and then he like gapped the people behind him because he was so fast in the first 5 to 10 minutes of the main event, and then he had a really huge gap, and a lot of times the competition didn't made it back to him anymore because it was like a 15 seconds gap because they battling and didn't have a good start. So, and this year it was the same in Anaheim, but after that he had sometimes a whole shot again. I think 2 races he was up front or in the front, and then the 2 times he got taken out by Anderson. And I think this was the breaking point of Ken Roczen, because this year the whoops are bigger as well, so he's not able to like skim them anymore like the previous years. He always skimmed them, but this year they seem bigger and heavier, like especially in the first 6 rounds in the West Coast. You see it in the 250 guys that they're like really struggling, but like Ken Roczen as well. So I think this is a big issue this year. I mean, even if you watch like Webb or any other riders, they had issues in the whoops as well. He had it back in the days as well, but not that big of a much, not that big of a deal. So yeah, so I think he realized it there that he doesn't even have the pace anymore, because before he was always leading, and then in the end of the season he was still hole shotting, gapping the riders, but they closed in. Like Cooper Webb sometimes closed like a 10 to 15 seconds gap in the last 5 minutes of the main event to Ken Roczen or Eli Tomac as well. So he knew that, but this year he didn't even started the season good in the beginning. So there was no Webb, no Roczen, who was in front from the beginning of the season, and I think he realized that he has no speed, not more speed than the other riders, and that was fucking up his mind. Because since then he never made it back or anything. He was never the guy who was like reeling in the competition. He was always in front and then moving back, but he was never a guy who started like 15th and then drove the forward to like P3 or something in the main. But this year he's like starting bad. After the first 3 races, he starts never being good anymore, and he's having issues. And now this weekend, he got lapped in the first and the third main, and in the second one he got ninth. This is like not good. And when they lapped him, he was actually like rolling the whoops. He wasn't even jumping, he was rolling them. So there is something really big wrong with Ken Roczen. And I think it's more mental than physically or health wise. Because that doesn't seem like. I think he knows that he doesn't have the edge anymore in the beginnings of the races and in the speed as well. He doesn't have that edge this year anymore. And because of that, he's like, dude, this is like, I don't have any chance anymore. So I think this is mostly likely the issue. I don't think there are any health or bicycle issues. But let me know in the comments what you think what it is to Ken Roczen. I would personally love to see him back, at least in the top 5 or top 3 again, once or twice, or like a few races more. But how it looks at the moment, it's kind of really bad. And I think he has to do a really, really good job to go back to the front. Because if you look how fast they are going as well, it will be tough for him. I hope he's going to do it, and he will not like end his career like this year after like I don't know what he will be in the end of the races of the season. But yeah, I hope he will make it back to the front. But I think it's really hard for him at the moment. He's probably in a really deep hole mentally. I don't think off the track. He's like, I think he's still enjoying it with his wife and his son. But on the track, he's like really deep. I think he knows that he's not capable of doing it anymore. And this is the issue. Yeah, so let me know in the comments what you think about Ken Roczen and what are his issues. Until next time, see you guys. Like and subscribe.